Number 3504 with a program entitled People You May Know.
Just a quick content warning before I begin. My piece does contain mention and heavy depiction of sexual assault. If anyone in the audience feels as though that would make them uncomfortable during any point of my performance, please feel free to use any exit necessary. It won't hurt my feelings. When my rapist showed up under the People You May Know tab on Facebook, it felt like the closest to a crime scene that I'd ever been. That is, if I don't count the clockwork murder I make of my own memory every time that the CDC estimates that 1 in 6 men have been sexually assaulted. I see myself caught in his teeth. He is dancing with his shirt off in a city that I've never been to. Nearly 1 in 4 men say that they've experienced sexual assault during their lifetime. He is eating sushi over a few beers with friends, while I have been under his fingernails for years. Male rape has been shown as comedies and TV shows to film, so much so that now it is a cliche. This trivializes the experience of male rape victims, compounding their trauma. Hi! Hi! My name's Will, and I sincerely think that rape is hilarious when it happens to dudes. Is that what you wanted to hear? In 2010, the CDC reported that 1 in 71 men were victims of sexual assault. They furthered by stating the numbers could possibly be confounded due to large amounts of social stigma towards male survivors. Now, the CDC confirms 1 in 6 men are victims, showing a breakdown of barriers for male survivors. However, as the Center for Male Psychology explains, this stigma may have been amplified due to male rape being seen as a form of comedy, leading to a lack of nuanced stories about sexual assault, and instead leaving a plethora of comedic punchlines. And I had my own experience with sexual assault. The police told me that as a man, I should have been more careful, leading me to wonder if my story and so many others would have been treated with more care. If people knew what real stories about sexual assault actually looked like. Using articles from the Pop Culture Detective Agency, The Washington Post, and NPR, the dramas Crisis Actor by Johnny Draco and Why Rape is Sincerely Hilarious by Andrew Bailey, the poetry played by Saeed Tejan Thomas, I Am a Man by Fort Worth Team, and People You May Know by Kevin Cantor. Not a program, but a requiem for every man silenced from his story. We are screaming to be heard, to be seen, to be believed. I am a man. Please, don't expect too much from me. For in the morning, there will only be disappointment in its place. I am a man. I collect heartbeats like heavy breath while tossing I love you like loose change and ew, receipt paper. You see, I am a survivor. Implies I fought a glorious fight. A trail of dead men at my feet. Survivor. After the hot sun and boredom forced me inside a locker room. After school. Football players charged with rape of their teammates with the end of a wooden broomstick. The sophomores had arrived. One of them said, "It's time!" It's stupid. I became an actor to, I don't know, conceal myself. You know, not reveal these secret truths about what? The human condition? Oh shit. Sorry. Let me try again. Survivor implies it happened in the wilderness, somewhere far, far away from home. I was violated by my 8th grade socials teacher, Miss Tupper. No, not a pedophile, a woman. Yeah, and when she molested me, I was like, score, because I was a horny 13-year-old boy. In these discussions, the default about sexual violence is to think of boys and men as perpetrators. But that is an oversimplification built on a damaging stereotype. And it obscures the truth. Boys can be victims. Boys can need help. I was gonna tell my mom when I first got on the phone with her. I didn't know how to ask for help without embarrassing myself. I couldn't get the words out. No one calls me survivor. No one knows what to call me. I don't know what to call myself. It was statutory rape. I wanted it. I must have wanted it. Physically. You know what, mentally, it felt like the worst thing that could possibly happen to me. Like I was less than human. Push myself more? That actually happened. You want to see it? Look, I don't know if that is funny. I mean, other guys would laugh at me, constantly calling me faggot for not enjoying it. Boys, we don't even recognize that we've been sexually assaulted. Because it's been normalized by adults, by TV. They call it euphemistic terms like roughhousing, posing, hazing, but they don't call it sexual assault. They don't call it rape. I call him the wolf when I write about him. The wolf, so as to make him as storybook as possible. The wolf, when I write about him, which is to say, when the memory escapes the murder, or when the internet suggests it, Facebook informs me that we have 3 mutual friends. Which is to say that he is people you may know. And there are people that know, and people that don't know, and people that I'm afraid to let know. I am a man. Push yourself. You want to see it? Look, I wasn't happy, okay? But sometimes, as a guy, you have to hide your pain. You know, humor is a great way of doing that, which is why I sincerely think that rape is hilarious. Because I have to. Because I am the cause with no regard for the effect. I am a two-faced, split-tongued master of language. You see, you are no man. You see, men should not break more than they do build. When the sexual assault or harassment of men is turned into a joke, it only trivializes our experiences. Because when we are mocked and ridiculed in entertainment, it only makes it easier and more acceptable for us to shame and dismiss survivors. This is not okay. I mean, you shame us. You people are the ones that wanted to see this shit performed, and you know, maybe to you it's only a performance. Or you're the ones doing it. Or you think that rape is hilarious for men. Look, we already know what it's like to walk around feeling traumatized. Do you need anything else?